you tonight to the virtual orientation of the Learning Center at New Life. Tonight we're welcoming not only our returning students to the Learning Center at New Life, we're also welcoming our prospective parents that's joining us tonight. We're glad that you all have joined us. We've set aside tonight to give you an overview of the Learning Center at New Life. So you will hear from the director of our Pre-K 3, Pre-K 4 program, Ms. Nancy Wright. She's going to do an overview of the TLC's policies and procedures and the curriculum and policies for Pre-K 3 and Pre-K 4. That is located at the New Life Center of Excellence. That's 1622 7th Avenue North. And then Ms. Taquita Carson, who many of you know, she's the director of our Carolina campus, and she's going to give you an overview of the infant and toddler sections. And then if you received our agenda, you will notice that it then says that we will have questions and answers. However, Ms. Janice Sims, who's the executive assistant and also the fiscal manager for the Learning Center at New Life, will join us as well. And she's going to give you an overview of the software and communication systems, and also, just an overview of how we collect funds. How about that? She's going to give you that overview tonight. So we are glad that you all have joined us tonight, and I hope you will find this session very informative. Remember, at the end of this program tonight, you're going to have the opportunity to ask us questions, and we will provide answers for you. As we go through the process tonight, please take a moment and chat with us right there, or comment in the comment section and ask any questions that you desire, and then at the end, we will answer those questions. Now, I know on many of your minds, it's how do we deal with the crisis that we find ourselves in right now, and whether or not we're prepared for it. We believe that the Learning Center at New Life is prepared to take on this challenge. We have operated our summer program, our Superhero Summer Program, since May, the middle of May. I think it was May 18th when we started, and we've been blessed to go through so far this summer without any issues, and we're grateful for that. But as we begin talking tonight, I want to say to our parents, it's going to take a partnership in order to get this job done. Yes, that's right. We're depending on you to help us keep our center, and our centers, I should say, safe for our students. Well, how can you help? Number one, you can help by avoiding large gatherings. It's not a time for us to get together with our families and friends and have huge parties and things like that if it's not in a controlled environment. So we're asking you to make sure your child or your children stay away from environments like that, and you as well. We're also asking, number two, that you wash your hands often, that you teach your children, even though they're 2, 3, 4, teach them the importance of washing their hands all the time, keeping their hands away from their face and their mouth. And then lastly, you can help us by always putting on a face covering. And if your child is age 3 and older, also allow them to put on a face covering. So those are the ways that you as a parent can partner with us as we endeavor to beat COVID-19, and we believe that we will. That is our faith speaking. That's our declaration every day. We believe Psalm 91. As a center, we've been standing on that for a long time, and we continue to do so. So now it's my pleasure to introduce to you Ms. Nancy Wright, who's going to come now. She'll give you an overview of the Learning Center at New Life's policies and procedures, as well as an overview of our Pre-K 3 and Pre-K 4 program. Again, welcome.
Good evening. My name is Nancy Wright, and I am the director of the Learning Center of Excellence location, which houses our K3 and K4 program. I have been with the Learning Center for 15 years. I started off as an infant teacher. I've taught infants, toddlers, Pre-K 3, Pre-K 4, and now I hit my now currently held position. As of 3 years ago, I went from not just being an employee, but now I am a parent. So for all of you who will be joining us for the very first first time. I was that first-time parent on last year. I have a set of 3-year-old twin girls who started their first year of preschool. I was the parent that believed in keeping children at home. So as many of you that will be joining us for the very first time, I know that you may be a little nervous, may be unsure, especially during this time, but rest assured, the Learning Center has been in business for a very long time, and we are very well prepared to take care of your babies. I'm excited about this upcoming school year as well. I hope that you are as well. I'm going to be giving you an overview tonight of our center policies as well as the pre-K3 and pre-K4 and K4 advanced curriculum. The first thing we're going to cover tonight, the philosophy and goals for the Learning Center at New Life. Our motto is, we are not just a daycare, but we are a learning experience. It is our goal not just to meet the needs of the education, but also to minister to your child in every area that we can. Our program provides exciting learning opportunities that nurture cognitive, social, emotional, physical, and creative development. We assist your child in building confidence, curiosity, and developing the skills needed for a happy and rewarding future. We are committed, especially right now, to provide a safe and nurturing environment with individual age-appropriate learning experiences as we minister to the needs of the whole child, mind, body, and spirit. Our program is a well-rounded program. I've been a part of this center, as I said before, for 15 years, and I can say hands down, we have the best program. You have made the best decision that you can make by placing your child with us for this school year. The importance of preschool. Preschool is an opportunity for growth. Our goal is to prepare every child for kindergarten. We seek that by the time they leave us, they can compete in whatever school environment you place them in. If you like us and you want to keep them with us and have your child to enroll in the New Life Christian School of Excellence, we welcome you to do that. If you decide afterwards that you want to place your child in public school, it is our goal, whichever way you choose, that we have given your child the best foundation that they could have. Our program promotes social emotional development. We teach our children how to make choices, how to take care of themselves and others. Our preschool activities boost pre-math and literacy skills, which we believe and we have learned, taking advice from our elementary program, which is very important. Literacy and math, science are the most important subject areas that we're targeting right now. Our preschool also nurtures each child's curiosity. We seek to allow children to explore, to develop themselves, to be individuals. No child is alike, and we don't treat them that way. The first day of preschool, as I said, especially for our brand new parents, can be very difficult, not just for the student, but also for the parent as well. Even for our now returning students, those that have been at home since March, it's going to be a little different. They're going to have to get back into the groove of being in preschool. So just rest assured that our staff is prepared for these situations. We're going to make every effort, even with the social distancing, to comfort and nurture your child. Remember that these first few days, even first few weeks, are going to be difficult. We ask, especially for our new parents, that you give your child that 4 to 6 week period to adjust. Some days are going to be good. Some days are going to be just okay. I don't feel like going, but that's normal for children. They're going to have those weeks where they just run in, and then they're going to have those days that they want to stay with you, but just know that is normal behavior. We're going to work with them through the process, and we just ask that you give us the time. As far as the daily procedures for our center, we're going to go over arrival and pickup. Our operating hours are 7 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. Our carpool service, we provide a carpool service in both facilities. It lasts from 7 o'clock to 8 o'clock. You'll be able to use the drive or use the parking area in the Carolina location. The procedure will go that you will pull to the staff, you will roll your window down, you'll have your child's temperature taken, and then someone will assist them to class. Afternoon pickup begins at 3 o'clock and goes all the way to 5:30. There is a $1 per minute fee that your child is picked up late, so that we ask that you do your best to be on time so that you do not incur a fee. Each student will be given 2 carpool numbers for pickup. Anyone that you send, if it's an emergency, something comes up unexpected, you have to send someone that does not have a carpool number, you can. They will be asked to show ID and make sure that their name has been added to the child's pickup authorization list. If they are not on the child's pickup authorization list, it does not matter who the person is or relationship, we will not release the child. To ensure the safety for each student. And this goes for our teachers as well. I just don't want to say it's just the children whose temperatures are going to be taken. Staff members, every staff member, before they can enter the facility, their temperatures are taken as well. For the students, if your child has a temperature of 99.4 or greater, that is the only way they will not be admitted for the day. We ask that children for our K3 and K4 students, they will be required to wear face coverings. Our staff as well will wear face coverings. Pleated face coverings we feel work best for the younger children. If you're not familiar, which I'm pretty sure by now most of you all are, the pleated face coverings look like this. Just make sure that it is a good fit for your child, that you're working with them on how to put the face coverings on from ear to ear. Our teachers will use this as a teaching tool, but it is our goal. We don't want to physically handle their mask if we don't have to, so we're asking you and giving you a heads up. Just start practicing with your child if you haven't already, but just making sure that they have the proper fit and that they know how to place the face covering on themselves. Please make sure that the face covering you send is labeled on the inside. Teachers will provide label paper bags each day for your child to store their masks for mealtime and for nap. We'll go over now the classroom ratios and procedures. We will be following the guidelines to social distance in the classroom. Our classroom sizes have been reduced for K3 and K4 to a capacity of 11, and that includes the teacher. Class sizes have been adjusted for the infants and toddlers as well. The director of the infant toddler building, Ms. Taquita Carson, will go over those numbers with you. With the social distancing, the teachers, they will incorporate small group activities and encourage individual play activities. The Learning Center no longer uses cloth mats. To minimize the spread of germs, vinyl rest mats will be used. If you were a student, currently enrolled student, and you purchased a cloth rest mat from us, a vinyl mat will be provided for your child, labeled with their name on it. If you are a new student who will be joining us for the first time this school year, you may purchase a mat from the center. The cost for that mat will be $20. There will be dedicated staff on hand each day to clean and disinfect mats. And this is especially for our returning students who are used to bringing in the backpacks and snack bags, the Learning Center is still going to provide snacks for each child every day. We also provide a midday snack because we will no longer serve breakfast at our facilities. But as far as the snack bags, children will not be allowed to bring snack bags into the facility. They do not need to bring book bags. The only thing we are asking that they continue to bring is just a labeled change of clothing. You can store those things in a Ziploc bag and send it in on the first day. As we practice social distancing, The center will be unable to accommodate students who have consistent, and this is for classroom procedures, consistent behavioral challenges. Now, we're going to continue to follow the procedures that we followed for years. We're going to, every child is different. Every child has their day. These are preschool age children, so we're very mindful about that. So if it's a behavior that may be inappropriate, we'll talk to the child. If he's consistent, we'll do timeout as we've done before, which is just a minute per the age of the child. And then the only time that we will result in probably calling and suspending the child for the day if it's a behavior that is persistent, is dangerous for the child, and dangerous for the teacher. For your classroom schedule, you'll receive a class scheduled in your work packet that will go home that first week of school. The daily schedule for every child, every class has a daily schedule, and it'll be provided for you, and it goes from the beginning of the day to the end of the day. You'll see the subject areas, the activities that your child will be doing. Just an example of some of the things that you will see on your schedule will be devotion, outdoor play, math, science, social studies, STEM activities. Our center does use the BEKA and creative curriculum. You'll see the time that they take nap, the time that they go to lunch, manipulative time, computer time, cooking, arts and crafts. As I stated before, we do have a well-rounded program, so your child is not just going to be coming in, sitting in class, being isolated by themselves all day. Our teachers, most of our teachers have been with us several years. They're wonderful, creative teachers, so they will have lots of activities planned for your child. So it's going to be great. I know parents don't understand how we're going to create a fun program with the social distancing, but we are well prepared for that. For pre-K3, pre-K4, and the K4 Advanced, I'll be getting into the curriculum portion of my presentation tonight. For every grade level, we use the BEKA curriculum. We primarily use the BEKA purely for the workbooks. The Learning Center has created its own structured curriculum that we provide for every teacher. Teachers turn in lesson plans weekly. You'll get a list of books. There'll be a book fee that you will pay, and I'm going to show you the books that covers. But like I said, we use the BEKA primarily for the workbooks. It's a guide for a structured learning, and then we incorporated several years ago the creative curriculum. We felt like that at this time, workbooks are not enough for preschool age children. They need more hands-on activities to help them retain the information that's presented in class. So with a BEKA and the creative curriculum, we feel that your child will be receiving a well-balanced education. So we're doing both programs. With the creative curriculum, you may not see a worksheet that will come home, but your child may come home talking about a great activity that they did in class. That's the hands-on portion of the creative curriculum. With a BEKA, you will receive the worksheet. So they're going to get both portions, which I've noticed over the years have been great for the children. With the creative curriculum, it supports the social, emotional, cognitive, math, physical abilities, language, social studies, science and technology, and the arts. Like I said before, with the creative curriculum, all of those words I just gave you is hands-on. It brings the activities down on the preschool level. With the BEKA curriculum, the workbooks cover phonics, math, social studies, handwriting. Your child will receive a math book. We use these workbooks just for the worksheet. So those are the things that you're going to see coming home in that Friday folder. with the phonics portion, and it varies from age level to age level. K3, they're going to be doing the basics of phonics. They're going to be learning letters and sounds. For K4, they're going to be doing letters and sounds, but it's going to be paired with blends, learning how to put words together, and then preferably getting them to that level 1 reading before they leave our program. With the manuscript writing for K3, they're going to be introduced on how to hold and form letters. For K4, they're going to, from how to learn and form letters in K3 to where now they're writing their first and last name, they're writing legible sentences, they're writing their numbers. That's our goal for writing. And for numbers, we do attack for the pre-K3 program. They're learning numbers 1 through 20, how to count 1 to 100. For K4, they go from the basic counting skills to now we're doing simple math, addition, subtraction, telling time. That a BEKA is a foundational curriculum, so it builds for each age level. For the Learning Center at New Life, we feel not only the educational portion of our program is important, but also the biblical portion of our program is very important. We feel as a Learning Center that some things you lose when you go to public school. As of now, children are not allowed to pray and talk about God. So those are things that our school was built on. We have our foundation is the Word of God. So your child will learn. We have the 26 letters. They learn a scripture for every letter over the course of the school year. They learn Psalm 91. They learn the confession of faith. They learn the blessing to pray over their food. We seek to instill in them the biblical portion that they're going to need before they go out into the world. So just basic things that your child will cover with us, that God is powerful. They're going to learn about Jesus, that he's God's son, how much he loves us, and that he is our friend. We encourage every parent to please, our day does start promptly. We are a preschool, but we are a school. And we encourage all of our parents to have your child to school on time. We do have a cutoff time. I don't think that I mentioned that before. The cutoff time for arrival is 9:30 a.m. We don't want you to wait till 9:30 to drop your child off. We want them here at 8 o'clock because that's when our devotional part of our program begins. And as I said before, devotion is just as important, even more important than math. So rest assured that the Word of God is going to be imparted into your child while they're in our program. For K3 and K4, we do give homework. And I know most of you may be wondering, what will my preschooler be doing as far as homework is concerned? K3 receives homework every other week, and K4 receives homework each week. The homework typically goes home on Tuesday. As before, we used to have parents to return the homework on Thursdays. We're asking at this time that you not do that. We would prefer and just trust that you're going to complete the work with your child at home. Homework is given just for extra practice. We send homework home just to further the practice of different things that they're doing in class at the time, and it gives you time to sit down with your child. Now, it's not going to be 10, 15 pages long. It's just going to be typically maybe 1 or 2 pages for K3, possibly 2 or 3 for K4. It gives you time to sit down with your child, monitor the progress that they're making in class. That way you'll be able to better communicate with your child's teacher as far as what you can do to help your child further get benefits from our program. K4 and K4 Advanced do have sight word tests. K3 receives sight words. They go over, we use the Fry sight words, and we've used the Fry sight words for several years. We used to use the Dolch sight words, but now we've begun to use the Fry sight words. Studies have shown that children who can read the first 100 sight words can read 1/3 of all written material. For K3, they cover the first 20 sight words, and typically it may be 1 word per week. They don't have to test on it, but it is introduced to them, and it gets them ready for K4. K4 takes sight word tests, and they are introduced to all 100 words. They typically take a 5-word test every other week. So you'll receive the 5 words on Monday, and then the following Friday of the next week, they'll take the test. And it's basic identification. It's not the teacher calls the word out and the child has to write it down. It's just they'll call them up, point to the word, and the child will have to recite it. Teachers have told me they feel that if you're wondering how you're going to practice with your child, how you're going to get your 4-year-old child to read those sight words, repetition, 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 repeat, repeat, repeat. If you go over those words, come up with fun ways, sing them, do index cards. There's great apps out there that cover the words that will help your child. Every child knows how to work a tablet, knows how to work your phone. So there's really good apps that help with that learning process. And these sight words will continue until the end of the school year. At this time, I've gone over a lot, and I know you're wondering how you're going to communicate with your child's teacher. Now, we normally have an open door policy. Parents could come in at any time, talk to the teacher at any time. As of now, that's going to be limited. We ask that during the course of the school year, if you have any questions, have any concerns, want to know about the progress of your child, that you communicate with your teacher either via email, telephone, or we're encouraging you to use the Remind system. Face-to-face meetings will only be done if necessary. But as I said before, we don't want you to feel like, we don't want you to reach out to us, don't want you to talk to us. We'll welcome you to do so. We're just limiting the ways that you can do that. This year, we're going to be doing something a little different with our supplies. We normally give out a supply list, and parents are asked to go out, go on their own, find the supplies, and bring them in the first week of school. This year, just to promote a more safe and germ-free environment, the Learning Center is implementing a supply fee. So the center is going to purchase the supplies for you. You don't have to worry about going out to the stores, finding the different items. Sometimes when school starts, it's different to find certain things, so we're going to buy all those items for you. So the supply fee for K3 and K4 is $100. The first half is due, the $50 is due August 10th, and then the second half, the $50 is due January. The supply fee is for everybody, infants, toddlers, K3 and K4. I apologize. So for everybody, infants to K4 advanced, the supply fee is $100. And as I said before, the first half is due August 10th, second half is due January 13th. And this is going to cover everything your child is going to need for the entire year, with the exception of diapers, pull-ups, and dietary needs for the infants. Parents we will not ask you to bring any other additional items. You will have a curriculum fee as well. And we have the curriculum fee every year. And this is the workbooks that I was talking about earlier for the BEKA curriculum. The curriculum fee for toddlers is $25, and it covers the following books. For toddlers, you're going to do the learning numbers with Button Bear and the arts and crafts with Button Bears. For our early toddlers, they have a nursery arts and crafts book that they will receive, and that fee again is only $25. For pre-K3, a curriculum fee, I apologize. For pre-K3, the curriculum fee is $50, and it covers these workbooks here. It's a little book series that your child will receive, books 1 through 12, and this is those foundational curriculum that I was talking about as far as your child being introduced to reading. They'll have the ABC 1, 2, 3, which is the phonics and number book for K3. They have the readiness skills book K4, and then the manuscript writing for K4. And that is what that $65 book fee covers. K4 curriculum covers the following books, and it's $65. And you'll get a blending book. You also receive a little book series as well for your child. Now, these books are wonderful as far as those foundational principles for reading. As I said before, a BEKA is a foundational curriculum, so it builds from one age level to the next. So the reading workbooks for K3 start on their level, and then it just goes up once they go up to K4. They get the Writing with Phonics book. They get the Letters and Sounds, which is their phonics book for as far as the reading portion of their curriculum, a number skills, and a social studies. For K4 Advanced, now K4 Advanced uses the Starfall curriculum. They are the only age group that does not use a BEKA. They use the creative curriculum, but they use it along with Starfall. And for our K4 Advanced, most parents think that K4 Advanced is about how smart their child is. That is not what K4 Advanced is about. K4 Advanced is for those children who have late birthdays, and they have to do another year of preschool. And what we sought to do is not have them to repeat the same curriculum they just did the year before. So we got out there. We found another curriculum that is wonderful. I don't know if your child already uses Starfall as far as the app is concerned, but they also have a curriculum that's out there, and it is wonderful. And this is what our K4 Advanced students use. Their book fee is $75, and And as I've said before, our curriculum is a foundational curriculum, so their writing is going to be a little bit more advanced than what K4 does, but it's because they've already done a year of K4, so they need something additional that they can do for this school year. So for those of you who will be joining us for K4 Advanced, they get the cut-up take-home book set for Backpack Bear. They have a math workbook. 2 math workbooks, actually. They get the listening and writing workbook with Backpack Bear, the reading and writing workbook, and then this is the writing journal that they do. So they'll get more into the creative writing instead of just tracing and writing what they see. For the calendar and events for this year, now for our returning students, they're familiar with our procedure as far as providing every parent with a calendar of events and a list of field trips. You should have already received your calendar either via email. This year, you'll notice on your calendar, just keep up with it still for all the holiday and school closings. You will notice on our calendar for our returning students, and this will be good information for our new students, this year the Learning Center will not be doing any field trips. However, the teachers will have great fun activities. We'll still do the special days that we normally do for our returning students, and for our new students, this will be new to you, but we'll still do Dr. Seuss Day. We'll still have our Christmas parties. We'll still have the Harvest Day. We'll still do all of those fun things where it will be in-house for all of our parents who normally would love to come. And if you're new and you were excited about coming, unfortunately, we will not be able to allow any parent participation because we're limiting visitors that come into our facility. But just know that we're going to have a great time. We're still going to be doing the fun activities. Is just going to be in class with their teacher. In closing, I want to thank each of you for entrusting the care of your child to our center. We do know these are some different times that we're in, but we just appreciate you trusting us, giving us the opportunity to prove that we can provide a safe and nurturing environment for your child. We're looking forward to this school year. I encourage everybody to get excited, to look forward to the wonderful things that your child is going to be learning. I'm going to be glad to see every student walk in that door. Just be rest assured that your child, you've done the best thing that you can possibly do for your student. Now I'm going to welcome Ms. Taquita Carson. She is the director of the Infant and Toddler Building, and she's going to give an overview of the procedures for that facility.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Learning Center at New Life. My name is Taquita Carson. I'm the director at the Carolina campus, 1627 Carolina Avenue. I've been employed here at the Learning Center at New Life for 23 years. I started in the infant room, and now I am the director at the Carolina location. I'm a proud grandmother of twin granddaughters, Cassidy and Kinley Carson. I will be giving you an overview today of the Carolina location. And this is our friend. This is John Mark. Say hello, John Mark. Hello. Overview of infant and toddlers. We're going to talk about pickup, drop-off. When arriving for drop-off or pickup, please do not access the parking area from the Carolina Avenue. You may use Short Street or 16th Street to access the alleyway behind the facility to gain access to the parking lot. This will allow a smooth traffic flow. Pull up to the rail and a staff member will assist you. Please remain in your vehicle. Please make sure your child's car seat is in the rear or middle seat. Curbside services is available until 8 a.m. in the morning and begin at 4 p.m. in the afternoon. Should you arrive outside of curbside services hours, a staff member does not come out to greet you, call the main number, ask for the Carolina campus, and a staff member will come out to assist you. Classes, teacher-student ratios. Infant Exchange 1. We have two Infant Exchange 1 classes this school year. Normally we have one. This year we will have two. Infant Exchange 2, we will have 3 classes this year. Early Toddlers, we will have 1 class. We will have 4 toddler classes this year. The Infant Exchange 1, the teacher-student ratio will be 1:4. Infant Exchange 2, teacher-student ratio, 1:5. Early Toddlers, we will have 1 class, teacher-student ratio, 1:8. Toddlers, teacher-student ratio, 1:8. I'm going to give you an overview of the typical day for infants and toddlers. From 8 to 8:30, my time with God. We will have morning worship. The morning worship, praise and worship will consist of Psalm 91, prayer, Bible songs such as the Bible, such as Yes, Jesus Loves Me. Then we would do potty time. Then we would have our health and safety review. where we would check the child over. If we see any kind of marks, any kind of bruises, mosquito bites, or anything that we are concerned about, we would give you a call to question whether or not it was a mosquito bite or whether or not something happened over the weekend that you forgot to mention to us before we got the child out of the vehicle. From 8:30 to 9, the Learning Zone, phonics, writing, math, STEM, arts and craft, cooking. 9 to 9:30 a.m., hygiene time, restroom time, morning snacks. 9:30 to 10:30, the Learning Zone, block, puzzle play, outdoor exploration, and fitness. 10:30 to 11 a.m., time to dine, lunchtime. 11 to 11:30, story time, nursery rhymes, teacher-directed activities. 11:30 to 12 p.m., hygiene, restroom, music and movement, preparation for nap. The students at Learning Center at New Life, we love music. We play music all day long. We have fun music. Before we go to the playground during nap time, we have soft music for nap time. 12 to 2:15 p.m., let's take a break. That's nap time. The students do not have to go to sleep, but they have to stay on their mat and rest. It is a rest time. We do understand that all children do not go to sleep, and it's okay that they do not go to sleep, but we would like them to stay on their mat and rest at that time. From 12 to 2:15 p.m., let's take a break. From 2:15 to 2:45 p.m., time to rise, hygiene, restroom, afternoon snack. 2:45 to 5 p.m., block and puzzle play, teacher-directed activities, outdoor exploration, and fitness and dismissal. Daily reports. Just going to give you an overview of the daily reports. Daily reports for infant exchange 1 and 2, early toddlers, and toddlers are sent home through kids report. Weekly work packets are sent home each Friday. You will receive work packets from our toddlers, everything that they do in the classroom, everything that comes from the BEKA curriculum, all of their activities, we will send home on Friday. Curriculum, infant and toddlers. Infant exchange 1 and 2, Bible lessons for nursery, play with purpose, individual age appropriate learning experiences that makes learning fun. We love to have fun at the Learning Center at New Life. A good teacher makes learning fun. So we will be having a lot of fun at the Learning Center at New Life this school year. Early toddlers and toddlers. Bible lesson for toddlers. Yes, we do Bible lessons for toddlers. Your infant and toddlers will be learning Bible lessons. We have the BEKA curriculum, STEM, cooking, arts, and craft. So I'm going to give you an overview of the goals for infant exchange. The infant exchange goals are broken down into 4 categories: language, social, mental, and physical development. So I'm going to do an overview for the 6 to 9 months. For 6 to 9 months, these are the things that you can look for your 6 to 9 months old. Language tries to mimic sounds. Any sounds that they hear, they're going to try to mimic those sounds. Social exhibits moves with various sounds. Mental, study objects. Physical, roll over both ways, and they can sit up. For 9 to 12 months, these are goals for 9 to 12 months. Language, say simple words. Social enjoys mimicking. Mental starts to understand phrases like, come here. Physical, master crawling, can sit up when supported. That's ages 9 to 12 months. Infant exchange goes for 12 to 15 months. Language likes to sing. The children here at the Learning Center at New Life, they love to sing. We sing all day long here at the Learning Center at New Life. So I'm sure when the children get to the car, I'm sure they're singing some type of song, or when you're giving them a bath at night or before dinner time, I'm sure they're singing some kind of song that they learn here at the Learning Center at New Life. Language likes to sing, says several words, says no, and shake their heads. Social, laugh at funny things. Mental, favors one hand. You'll notice that they're going to favor one hand over the other hand. Physical, independent, feeding and drinking from a cup. They love to say that they can do it themselves. So we encourage that you let them feed themselves, and if they can hold the bottle or if they can drink from the cup, we would like to do that. 15 to 18 months. Goals for 15 to 18 months. Language says 10 to 20 words, put short words together. No, no, bye, bye. Social, likes to sing. Mental, can match shapes. Physical, tries to kick a ball. Lifts hands up and down. Academic, letter recognition. Shapes, colors, numbers 1 through 5, and Spanish 1 through 5. Goals for the early toddlers. We're going to do a quick overview of goals for early toddlers. Social development, sharing and taking turns. Cognitive development, demonstrates a positive attitude toward learning. Language development, learn to express themselves verbally, speak in complete sentence. We want the students to speak in a complete sentence. Like one of my grandbabies, she says, Grammy, what color is your hair? So I thought that was so funny that I did not know that she even noticed and that she can speak in a complete sentence at the time. So I was very surprised when she said, what color is your hair? Readiness, recognizing letters and numbers by matching and counting. Personal knowledge, recognizing first and last name. We want our students to know their first and last name. During pickup time, I announce their names. I says, pick up for Cassidy Carson, pick up for Kinley Carson. At their desk inside the classroom, their chair has their names on the desk, on the chair. So we really would like for them to know their first and last name. It's not too early, even in the infant exchange room, you can start calling them at home by their first and last name. Independence, potty training when ready. We will assist with potty training when ready. Clean up after themselves. They like to clean up after themselves. Large motor skills, outdoor play activity. Discovery and creative expressions, science, being aware of nature and animals around you, music, songs, finger plays. I would do a quick overview for the goals for the toddlers. The toddlers will learn how to trace letters of the alphabet, math concepts, counting from 1 to 10, tracing numbers from 1 to 10, science, animals, body parts, social studies, health and safety, all about me. Spiritual development, Psalm 91, prayer, praise and worship, songs and confessions. Colors, recognition of basic colors, red, yellow, green, brown, black, purple, and blue. Clothing attire. Do an overview of clothing attire. Children should wear comfortable, casual clothing. Children also should wear, it's the Learning Center at New Life, it's our policy that the students must wear a comfortable tennis shoe every day. Every day, a comfortable tennis shoe, no flip-flops, no sandals, no boots, Crocs, or anything like that. We would like to keep their feet safe, so we're asking that you send them in a comfortable tennis shoe every day. There will be many hands-on busy projects. Parents of infants less than 13 months of age are required to provide 3 sets of changing clothing for storage at the Learning Center. Parents of children 13 months and older are required to supply 1 set of clothing appropriate for each season. Clothing should be in a gallon-sized Ziploc bag labeled with the child's name. No backpack, please. No backpacks. This is how you should use your gallon-sized Ziploc bag. For the diapers that you would bring in, the diapers for the infants, or if you need to bring pull-ups for the toddlers. It should come in a Ziploc bag like this with the child's name labeled on the front of the bag. The change of clothing should come the same way in a Ziploc bag like this with the child's name, first and last name labeled on the bag. Sometimes we have students that may have the same first name, so please make sure you put the first and the last name on the bag. And for the infant room, this is for the infant room only. If you bring bottles for your babies, for the infants, please make sure the bottles are in a Ziploc bag. Please make sure the bottles are already prepared from home. We cannot mix your milk. If you have powdered milk, we cannot mix your milk. So please make sure the powder and the water is already mixed in the bottle, and make sure you label the bottle with the child's first and last name. If the child is using a sippy cup in the infant area only, then you can put the sippy cup with the apple juice or whole milk or whatever milk you use in the sippy cup. Label the bag, child's first and last name. If you also have for your infant, if you have some applesauce or any kind of baby food, please put the baby food in a Ziploc bag and put your child's first and last name on the Ziploc bag. I'm going to also show you the toddlers, the 2-year-olds. For the BEKA curriculum, they use the Learning Numbers with Button Bears. It's one of the BEKA books that the toddlers will use. Arts and Craft with Button Bears. This is another book that the toddlers only will be using. Anything that they use from these 2 books will come home in a packet on Friday. We also have another book for the toddlers and the early toddlers. Nursery, Arts, and Craft. The three books will be for early toddlers and toddlers. Welcome to the Learning Center at New Life. Thank you so much for joining us this evening. My name is Taquita Carson. I'm the director of the Learning Center at New Life, Carolina campus. At this time, we will have Ms. Janice Sims.
Good evening. My name is Janice Sims. I am the Executive Assistant and Fiscal Manager for the Learning Center at New Life. I've been employed here for 9.5 years, and it is a pleasure serving in this capacity. I'm so excited about the new system and all the things we're covering tonight on the Center software and communication systems. The first slide will cover billing and payments. Payments. Payment methods are automatic checking transactions, better known as ACH, or debit and credit card transactions. To enroll in ACH, simply complete the automatic draft application, of which you should have received in your previous email either this week or June 26th. And return it to the center. Your payments will be automatically drafted on the 5th of every month if you choose to pay monthly, on the 5th and the 20th of every month if you choose to pay in bi-monthly payments. If the 5th or the 20th falls on the weekend, the system will automatically draft the next business day. Credit and debit card payments can be made online. There is a 3% card processing fee that will apply once you submit your payment, and it can be made on your ProCare portal. On the ProCare portal, when you go on to the home page, under your child's name or by it, it should have a pay option there. It should be a green button. You would select that, enter your card information. Of course, the 3% processing fee will apply, and you can submit it there. If you have technical issues with it, you can call me here at the center. We really strongly encourage you to enroll in ACH to avoid the 3% card processing fee. It could really add up over time. ACH allows us to be more precise and accurate in our record keeping, and it also helps you to avoid a 3% card processing fee. We no longer accept cash or checks. I know we have done some things differently this summer. However, if you have given us your account information or your credit card information, you would either need to submit an application, a written consent form, letting us know that you have approved us to draft your account on the 5th and the 20th of each month, or you can log on to your ProCare portal and submit your payment. Of course, it is a 3% processing fee. We are unable to process automatic checking transactions on different dates and times, so it's very important that you know we will draft your account on the 5th and the 20th of each month. Billing. August 2020. On August 1st, all accounts will be billed for the supply fee and book fees. These payments are due on August 10th, but no later than August 15th. If you're enrolled in the ACH program and would like us to draft your account, please feel free to notify me via email. And my email address is jsims@edu www.nlim.org, or you can make payments online. Introduction of MyProCare. A little bit about the benefits of ProCare. You can view your current charges and payments on your account, as well as print tuition statements. You can access your child's schedule, being able to see who picks up your child and what time by their initials each day. You can view closing dates on special days. You can make payments, and we can communicate with you, two-way communication via either text or email. Okay. MyProCare portal. If you've never logged on to ProCare portal, this is going to be a just an overview of how you would be able to log in. You would visit our website, education@newlife.org. And on the website, there is an option that has parents. Under parents, you would select MyProCare Parent Portal. You would enter the email associated with your registration. And then you also, once you enter that information, the email address, you would receive a confirmation number letting you know, letting you verify your information before they allow you to enter that information in. Once you enter in the confirmation number, you will enter it and be prompted to create your password. I think I've already created mine. Okay. When you enter in your password, we will go to the home page, and the home page will list reports, schedules, activities, contacts, and centers. And you see that the pay button is on the side. Viewing the account balance is 0. Okay, the first slide, we will go through the reports. Click on reports. And there are 2 different statements that you can use. Customer statements are more like your end of the year statements, things that you would need for your tax purposes, or dependent care or flexible spending account if you need to show proof of your payments. Those are the best way to go online and click on customer statements. You would run the report based on the range of time on the dates that you would like for it to show on your report. Customer charge and credit statements. Those are really just showing your beginning and ending balance based on the times and dates that you choose. These statements are available online, so you don't have to call us. You can actually print it from your ProCare portal. Okay, we'll go back and we'll touch schedules. Now, schedules shows a number of things. It shows attendance, log notes, immunization, and relationships. With attendance, you would select the child's name, and it will show you the hours of operation, as well as any closing dates that may be coming forward. And it also will show you any special dates, because we'll enter all of the calendar information in that portion of your ProCare portal. Log notes are notations on accounts. Anything that we need to make you aware of, those things will show as well. Immunization is not an active option. However, we do have access to imprint systems through the state of Alabama Public of Health, and it's to monitor those who would need updated immunization forms. Relationships. You will have relationships here. This will show you all of the people that you have designated to pick up your child. Okay, we'll go back to the home page and we'll click on Activity. Activity is basically log notes again, but this particular portion of the ProCare, it will list all of account information as well as child log notes. So if it's anything that we need to let you know about your child, it'll be on this page. Okay. Under Contacts, this will allow you to update your information. Your email address, you would not be able to update your email address if you need to change your email address. You would have to contact us in order to do that. But as far as your mailing address, your contact information, that will be what you would update there under your name. And there is a pencil button there, and it shows you what you're able to update. There is also another option that we really would like for you to utilize and let us know about, and that is the cell carrier. This allows us to be able to contact you via text, and that is very important for us to have so that we can contact you. Of course, we do have Remind, and I'll get to that in a later slide. But the cell carrier information is very important in order for us to email you, for us to text you from the system. This also lists your pickup authorization, the people that you've designated to pick your child up. It'll also be out here as well. Now, if you need to add some more people to your list, the most important thing for you to do is just give us send us an email with that person's name and contact information, and we can add it to the system. But you're unable to take anyone off. You would have to either write us or send a verbal to us to let us know that. Now, the center portion will show you the following information for the center. It will show you the mailing address, contact information. The contact person is the executive director, and the email address that you can contact her, as well as the hours of operation. Kid Reports. Kid Reports is a web-based service designed as a parent communication portal from the classroom. It sends you time-stamped activities, meals, photos, video clips, any special days, and injury reports, allowing you to stay informed and connected with your child and your teacher throughout the day. In addition, this system will alert you of any needs that the child may have, whether diapers or pull-ups or change of clothing, etc. This information will be emailed to you on a daily basis. Once your child has been checked out from the center, all of that information will be sent to you in a summary form so you can kind of tell how your child's day went. Remind system. Remind system will be used as a two-way communication for any updates, school closings, notifications from the center, reminders, anything like that will be sent to you via Remind. To be added to the Remind system, please text the appropriate class code to the number 81010, or if you're having some technical difficulties, you can do 205-994-6659. If you currently have the Remind app, you can join a class from your menu and enter the appropriate class code. Infants are at Infant EX, Toddlers, TLC, all twos, Pre-K 3, TLC, all threes, Pre-K 4, TLC, all fours. You should receive a welcome text from your Remind and should be ready to receive updates. This is the end of our portion of the System and Communication Review. Thank you for your attention and have a pleasant evening. Now we'll be having question and answers from the directors. Thank you.
I'm going to read the question, and I will direct the question to one of our staff members. This question is directed to Janice Sims. Do you provide an app to view your child during the day? And that's kind of what you just tell them. You can step up and tell them again just that little part.
Yes. The app is the Kid Reports. Basically, you'll be able to see anything that the teacher enters in on their pad during classroom time. Now, you can also, once you're logged into Kid Reports, if you would like for you to receive up-to-date minute-by-minute entries, you can do that, or you can just allow the system to email you at the end of the day.
Okay, this will be directed to Ms. Nancy Wright. Will we still need to bring the mats home on Friday, or will it stay there since they will be getting cleaned daily?
You do not have to take the mats home on Friday because, as I said before, we have staff on hand that will sanitize and disinfect the mats daily. They will remain at school each week.
Will there be a tour day for visual comfort?
Yes, we do not mind at all scheduling tours. August 4th through the 6th would be the dates that we prefer that you schedule a tour. August 4th and 5th, it would have to be after hours, which would be after 5 o'clock. On August 6th, we can schedule them throughout the day. Just know for your tour, you would need to come prepared. If you bring your child, every person that comes for the tour, their temperature will have to be taken. Face coverings are required. You will be issued gloves and shoe coverings before viewing our facility.
This is going to be for Ms. Taquita Carson. What are some example items that the supply fee covers for infants?
Infant exchange, supplies, 3 rolls of paper towels, 1 box of gallon size Ziploc bags.
Ms. Daquita, before you read that, that's what we used to have. So this person is asking what kinds of things will that supply fee cover, because they won't be bringing those items anymore. So what type of items will we, I think what they're asking is, how are we going to spend that $100 that as far as an infant is concerned?
As far as the infant is concerned, we will supply all of the wipes. And you may not believe it, but we use a lot of wipes on all of our students. We can use, anywhere on an infant, we can use 20 wipes a day at least on an infant. We use a lot of wipes. We use a lot of diapers. We're going to make sure that the children are clean and dry. We also use gloves. Just say on one infant, we probably would use anywhere from 20 gloves a day, anywhere from 15 to 20 gloves a day on one infant. The paper towels, we will make sure we supply each classroom with paper towels. We sanitize the toys. We wipe the tables, wipe the sinks, wipe the chairs. We sanitize the bedding every day. We purchase the sheets. We purchase laundry detergent for the sheets, the bibs. So we use gloves, laundry detergent, wipes, paper towels, like I said before, Ziploc bags. If your child, we send dirty clothes home, we would send dirty clothes home in a Ziploc bag. So we can send 2 sets of dirty clothes home on each infant every day. So we would use Ziploc bags. If the Ziploc bag is soiled from the milk or the food, when you bring it in, then we'll send it back in a clean Ziploc bag. So that's paper towels, Ziploc bags, wipes, gloves.
It's just a lot. I think we got the picture,
You got
so
the
that's
picture?
good.
Vaseline, we're going to make sure your child's skin is moisturized. We're going to have, Vaseline with your permission, or Johnson's baby lotion with your permission. We won't put anything on your child's skin without your permission.
Thank you so much. Ms. Nancy Wright, what if your child what if you have multiple children in the school? Paying $100 per child is a lot when already paying daycare fees.
It is. It can be. But when we say supply fee, we're not just talking basically about pencils and crayons. It covers everything that we would normally have you to bring in over the course of the school year. So just say for our parties, for our special events, we do T-shirts on certain special days. So when we say we will not ask you for any additional items, that's what we're saying. That's what that supply fee covers. It covers everything your child is going to need for the school year. So it is per child. Each child is going to have a T-shirt. Each child is going to have the items they need for their classroom. So it's not like myself. I have 2 children myself, so I am going to have to pay that supply fee for both of my children. Even though I work here, my kids need, I want them to have the special things that they need for class, for the T-shirts, for the parties, for the supplies, for the classroom, where we may have asked you to bring in things for projects. You don't have to do that anymore. We're going to take that upon ourselves. We don't provide breakfast anymore. We would typically always provide an afternoon snack, but now we've added the mid-morning snack. We cover those things for you. So that's what that $100 supply fee is for. And unfortunately, we can't do a prorated. Each child has to have that covered for their individual needs.
Okay, sure, remain there if you don't mind. Let me ask you this. How will you all handle a case if a student wakes up from nap with a temperature or vomits during lunch because they were given Tylenol before leaving home?
Now, we take temperatures 3 times a day, once in the morning, once at midday, and once in the afternoon. If your child becomes sick and they do have that high fever that we spoke about earlier, then they would be separated from the rest of the class and the staff as well. You would be called to pick up your child, and we ask that you pick up the child within the hour.
Okay, and then are teachers required to sign a waiver stating that they will not inform parents of recent outbreaks?
No, we do not operate that way. If ever there is a need, if it's any type of communicable disease that occurs within that classroom, and let me say this, we are implementing, and we've already done that over the summer, that each child remains with their teacher for the entire day. So if ever anything comes to where it is necessary to inform the parents of something, any type of breakout, it's not just limited to COVID-19. It's been our policy for any communicable disease. We are going to notify you as the parent.
Okay, and then that same person, I think they had one more question. Give me 1 second.
Yes, ma'am.
I think, Ms. Cheryl, you first alluded to on that supply fee that it was just pre-K 3 and pre-K 4, but then
it
you
is
did
for
come
everybody.
back.
Yes.
It is for
I
everyone.
apologize. Yes, ma'am.
Right. So for someone said, what is the supply and book fee for the Carolina location? So the only
Right. The book fee for early toddlers and toddlers is $25. Those are the students that are in the Carolina location, so they do have that $25 book fee, and then the supply fee is $100 for every child in each grade level.
Okay. Ms. Janice, someone asked, can you repeat the remind code for toddlers?
Yes. Toddlers is the @ TLC, all twos, which would be 2 and an S. So TLC ALLT2S.
Okay. Janice, if you would remain there. Also with the uncertainty or current uncertainty, is the August 10th start date set in stone? Do parents have options to start later?
Yes, you would have the option to start delayed. However, tuition will be still due for August to hold your spot. If you do not contact, you would need to contact us before August 15th in order to do so.
Okay, so tuition right now is due by July 24th for those to secure their start date for the August 10th start date, correct?
Yes, that's
okay,
correct.
So if they first need to pay the tuition for the month of for the month of August on July 24th, and it is a prorated amount for that, for the month of August. But if they wanted to start August 20th instead of August 10th, or not come at all during the month of August, as long as they have paid the tuition and they notify us between August 10th and 15th to let us know that they're going to start at the end of August, or they're even going to start September 2nd. They can do that, but tuition is still due in full for that prorated amount for July. Is that what you're saying?
Yes, ma'am, that's correct.
Okay. All right. Ms. Taquita, will the infants be assigned to a crib, and will we be able to supply the linen?
Yes, each infant is assigned a crib. Each infant have their crib with their name on it, and they will only sleep in that crib the entire time that they're in the infant one area.
Okay, but what about the linen?
No, you will not be able to supply your linen. That would be one of the things we will supply for you. We will supply the linen, and we will make sure we laundry those items in, what I'm trying to say, a sensitive-free laundry detergent. So we will supply the linen, and we will laundry the linen every day and return it back to the crib.
Okay, thank you, Ms. Nancherl. Will students pick up where they left off as far as teachers, change in age, etc.?
No, for the upcoming school year, they will change teachers as they normally should. So for pre-K 3, your teacher that you had before we dismissed in March, they will not have the same teacher in August. Now, we will provide the parents prior to with a name of who that teacher is going to be. But no, they will not have the same teacher they had before we dismissed in March.
Okay, and Cheryl, the supply fee covered everything except for diapers, correct? Parents must bring in their own diapers?
Yes, you do have to bring in your own diapers.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
Let's see. Okay, Ms. Cheryl, I apologize. Would you go back to the mic? Will the hours of operation be adjusted back to 6 p.m. for the parents who are unable to make it to the center by 5:30 p.m.? And will breakfast be served starting in the fall? If not, can parents send a full breakfast for their children to eat after morning drop-off?
The hours will not be adjusted in the fall. We're allowing that 30-minute time period for extra sanitization and extra cleaning in the evening. As far as breakfast is concerned, you cannot bring in your own breakfast. We ask that whatever you serve your children in the morning, that they consume it before they arrive.
Okay, and then this one is for you as well. In the event of another lockdown, will teachers do virtual classes for pre-K 4?
Yes, we did. This past time that we did have to be quarantined at home, our pre-K 4 teachers did do online learning with their classrooms. We provided the parents with the apps, the links that they could go to. Several of our, well, just about all of our teachers did the Zoom to where they could visually see and communicate with their children.
Okay, Ms. Janice, will there be a time where the parents can meet the teacher virtually or in any other form?
Each teacher will post a video on the first day of school, and it will be sent to the parents in that classroom via kid reports.
Okay. And if they wanted to schedule a time to meet the teacher, would that be possible?
Yes, it would be possible to schedule a teacher meet.
But that would be after hours?
Yes, it would be after hours.
Okay. Thank you so much. Mr. Quita Carson? Will there be an aide assisting in the infant classrooms? And will parents be, is there a daily schedule for infants? And if so, will it be provided?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, there will be a daily schedule provided along with the toddler daily schedule.
Okay. What about whether there are aides in the classroom?
Yes, we've always, ever since we've been a learning center for 23 years, we always have aides available for each classroom.
Okay. All right. Let's see. Ms. Cheryl, my 3-year-old has been out since the beginning of COVID and was at the Carolina location. How will the adjustment period be handled, particularly providing comfort?
As I stated earlier in my presentation, we do ask that you give us that 4 to 6 week time period, even though they've already been in preschool before. If they were in the Carolina location, it's going to be an adjustment coming back from being out since March and then coming back to a new environment. So we do provide nurturing, we do provide comforting. Our teachers are very understanding, and like I said, though, you're going to have those days where, you know, they're going to come in and they're going to be fine, and then you're going to have days where you're going to pull up and they're not going to want to come in. But that's totally normal. So just rest assured that we are going to provide the nurture and the care that you would provide yourself to your child. And then I promise you, my children, They went through that same phase. It was a totally different environment, coming to a school setting, and it took time for them to get adjusted. But before we dismissed in March, my children no longer wanted to come to me. They could see me in the hallway and say, well, they wouldn't say, hey, Mommy. They say, hey, Miss Cheryl, because they call me what the other children would call me. And then they would go to class. So just give us the time, and I promise you that before you know it, it won't bother them at all.
Okay, Cheryl, this person says, how will outside play be conducted due to COVID-19?
We've already implemented the proper social distancing guidelines for outdoor play in our summer program, and we're going to continue that. Our teachers, they take the children outside. They teach them how to stay in their own space, 6 feet apart. We do provide them with their own toys, things that they can take out that are labeled, that they themselves play with. We're going to limit the number of classes that go out. They may go out one at a time. We're going to work the schedule that works best for the center, but no, we will continue, even in outdoor play, not to mix the children or the teachers.
Okay. This says their child may have a temperature, the baseline is 99. So that leaves very little room for it to possibly go up. I think 99.4, if it's 99.4 when they arrive, that's when they would have to stay out for the day. Yes. But if it's 99, they would be able to come in the center.
99, they could come in. It's that 99.4 where they would not be able to enter the center.
Okay. But if it reached 99.4 during the day, that's still not 100.4. So would we notify a parent that it is 99.4 and just kind of watch it or take it again?
Like I said, we're going to take those temps 3 times a day. So if it's 99.4, that's marginal. We will notify you. But if it rises, then you will be called, and you would have to pick up the child.
Okay. And then what approach should we consider if your child has been recently diagnosed with language delay? If they have language delay, how do you deal with language delay?
Typically, now when we do have students who have language delay, they enter into our program. Once the parent notifies us, most students do have therapists. We do welcome them to come. It would have to be a scheduled time, and of course that therapist, their temp would have to be taken. They would have to have facial coverings. We would have to know when they were coming so that we can have an area prepared for them. We work with the children as much as possible, but when there are those delays, I found that most parents, when they've sought help, then it comes from the outside.
Okay, and then I think this will be our last question. Ms. Taquita Carson, this person said, my 2-year-old has never been to daycare. Can I walk her in the first day?
We apologize because of COVID-19. No, you will not be able to walk your child in the first day. We will ask that you pull to the side. We will have room in the parking area. You can pull your vehicle over to the side, and we'll let you bring comfort to the child before. It probably would be me or Miss Nancy Cheryl or Miss Janice. One of us will be removing the child from the vehicle. So we'll give you a few minutes to bring comfort to your child, to let your child know that you will be coming back, and letting them know that we're going to take good care of them, that they're going to have a morning snack, that they're going to eat lunch, and we'll give you some of the students' names that's in your class, and you'll be able to tell them that you're going to go in and see John, you're going to go in and see Melissa, you're going to go in and see Miss Taquita, Miss Nanshera, Miss Janice is waiting on you. And so we're going to love on them, and we're going to comfort them. Sometimes it takes about 30 days, but we will bring comfort to your child when we remove your child from the vehicle. And if you need to schedule a tour. We can schedule a tour for you after hours if within the week, if you want to give us a call. We can set up an appointment for you and your child after hours, and that way you can do a walkthrough with your child and take your child to the classroom to bring additional comfort to that child.
Okay, hopefully you enjoyed our virtual orientation tonight. Let me let you know that it is available on YouTube or Facebook if you want to go back and review the things that you heard tonight to make sure you got all the information. We also are available. You can give us a call. We are there Monday through Friday from 8 o'clock a.m. until 5 o'clock p.m. We'll be happy to answer any questions that you may have. You can also email us as well. So hopefully we have made ourselves available to you. I hope you enjoyed our program. And we look forward to seeing all of our students and our parents real soon on August 10th. Make sure you don't miss that date of July 24th, though. That's one of the reasons we had our virtual orientation now, so that you can decide whether or not you're comfortable in sending your child back to preschool or what you want to do. In any case, it is important that you honor that deadline of the 24th, because if you do not honor that deadline of the 24th, unfortunately, we will have to consider your child not enrolled in our program, and we will have to pull from our waiting list. So we do want all of our parents to attend. We love you all. We love our students, and we are going to do the very best with our natural help, but with the spiritual help of God. And so have a blessed evening. God bless you. We'll see you soon.